Nothing is a secret anymore.
You would imagine at some point a real authentic Thanksgiving family argument would end up on the internet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we got it from one of our favorite families that we've been watching for years on, what was the name of their show?
T.I. and Tiny.
T.I. and Tiny.
Yeah.
The Family Hustle.
I thought it was like King Family. I don't know.
The Family Hustle.
The Family Hustle. We've been
Grand
watching for
Hustle?
years.
Was it something like that?
That's the label.
Oh, sorry.
A coup. Let's just plug
Great
anything
names.
T.I. does.
Cool. Yeah.
The minimum.
Shout out to T.I., man.
Always shout out to T.I.
Expeditiously.
So it appeared what I thought was in their house. I was later corrected that this looked like it was at the suite at the Falcons game.
Yeah, Ludacris is out their window.
Wow. While T.I. was supposed to be a surprise guest on the set, was pulled back by his son.
Yeah, this happened while Ludacris was being fucking flown in from the ceiling.
Move, bitch, get out the way.
Yeah.
Throw them bows.
Oh, get back. You don't know me like that.
That's
And
true.
He said, you don't know me.
Telling your dad you don't know me is hilarious.
I've seen some kids do it.
What do you mean I don't know you?
So,
I raised you.
So King was on IG Live having a full-blown family conversation. We've all been in family conversations like this, but this one was even funnier because he kept screaming that he stands on business and he was not raised with a silver spoon. And he wants to be out in the neighborhood. He didn't want to be behind
He wasn't
the gates.
raised with it. I seen episode 1 of the fucking T.I. Tiny.
To say that with your whole life
Family
on
Hustle.
television is
Well,
hilarious.
what he said before previously, which is probably what led up to this argument, is he said previously that he used to stay at his grandmother's house and they used to come and pick him up for filming. That he wasn't, all of that was a facade. He didn't live in the house. He lived with his grandmother and they would only come pick him up for filming.
Yeah, but
Damn,
and then
that's tough.
T.I. and Tiny also said that you cried because you always wanted to go to your grandmother's house because she let you suck a pacifier.
Yeah, which is why he was there.
Yeah, you know, grandma.
And also,
grandma
it ain't
gonna
like-
let you do what your parents not.
It ain't like T.I.'s mother was living in the hood.
Well, that's what I was about to say. Do we not think T.I. took care of his mother?
Like,
He seems like a guy that
Well,
took care of his mother.
he said his grandmother lived in a band though. That's what he said.
I can't see.
No.
And I don't know these people.
Yeah, no.
But from what I have seen, I can't imagine T.I. allowing his mother to live in the band.
No.
I just don't see it.
No, I doubt it.
But he stands on business. He said no one's ever pulled his card in that gated community.
This is just a clear indication of, you know, kids becoming rebellious that were kind of like had a good life growing up and they still, you know, he probably hears a lot of those opposite things from his peers. Oh, you had it good. You're a, you know, spoiled kid. You wasn't raised in the streets. You're not tough. He gets a lot of that probably from his peers in high school. We've seen videos of him younger in high school getting into fights and things like that. So he seems like a kid that just had that. He feels like he has to prove that he's down or he's, you know, it's just like, it's one of those type of things. I know what this is. This is just trying to find his identity, trying to be accepted, I guess, quote unquote, in the hood or in the streets. And I think that's what T.I. was saying in most of this was like, you don't have to be this person that you trying to be so hard. Like, it's okay to be a privileged kid that your parents worked hard and created a life for you so you wouldn't have to deal with some of the things that they had to deal with growing up. But it's tough for kids, you know, when you go to high school and people know who you are and they know who your family is, they kind of, you know, call you privileged and, you know, you had it easy and you're not from the hood. And, you know, sometimes you want to prove that you down.
But he probably went to a school with people that weren't from the hood. I don't know that.
Yeah, but
That's
I mean,
racist, Julian, because there's plenty of black people that have money. But that's weird that you thought.
I mean,
When I said that, it was like-
especially in Atlanta. But
especially in Atlanta.
There's probably more whites.
where?
Everywhere in this country, there's more white people.
That's how you're going to get out of this argument?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
There's more whites than what, though?
In a private school, even in Atlanta, there's probably mad white people.
All right,
That's semantics.
cool. I know we just talked about hating people that are pretentious. I miss when celebrity kids all acted like they were better than us. I don't like this new wave of celebrity kids that are trying to be from the hood. I miss when they just thought they were better than us.
Yeah.
Like Blue.
Bring back Paris Hilton. Like, bring back those.
Like, bring back Little Romeo. Like, we always knew he was better.
Damn, Little Romeo.
He made sure he told us that he was better than us. All those kids were better than us, and they made sure we knew that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like this new wave of celebrity kid that wants to be
I think T.I. handled it
at the
well,
same
though.
level as us.
He put a kid in a chokehold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a
You gotta
booth.
do.
He's over 18, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's man to man combat.
Yeah. That's what you're supposed to do.
Just a headlock is fine.
Combat.
I'm not saying choke him out so he can't like.
Nah, choke him out.
Oh, you want to hold your breath to go to your grandmother's? Watch.
Yeah, choke your kid out. That's what. Sometimes you got to choke your kid out. Sometimes you got to just put hands on your kid and not beat your kid, but just kind of let them feel that man strength. Like because you know he was bucking up. You know he's starting to feel like he's a man. Obviously, I stand on business.
You should say
weird
you
thing
be
to tell your
talking to your
parents.
father
But you telling your mother and your dad you stand on business. What does that mean though? You stand on business to your mother and your father. What does that mean? I stand on business.
And we didn't really see the full video, but I think a bear hug chokehold to your son that's over 18 is perfectly fine if he's wilding out.
Absolutely.
Like just holding your son, like, yo, fucking relax. I think is totally.
Listen, it's okay to it's okay for a dad to have to like, you know, show his son like, listen, yes, you're becoming a man, you're a young man, and I'm trying to respect you as such, but let's not get it twisted of the hierarchy here. Like, I'm your father. You there's nothing, you can't whoop my ass. Like, we're not gonna even try to attempt to figure that out. Like, you can't whoop my ass.
You wouldn't have shit, including them big ass, fake ass teeth in your mouth, if it wasn't for me and everything that I sacrificed.
You shouldn't have ordered the extra largest.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, you know,
Get the medium teeth.
I understand T.I.'s stance in this. It's like you just, you know, like calm down, relax, because you telling your mother I stand on business. That means what exactly?
That's how you know Tiny's gangster too, though. He said stand on business, and Tiny grabbed that phone and said, "You sucked on a pacifier for 12 years."
And he named it.
And then when he tried to deny it and said, "I did not suck on a passy for 12 years," when he said passy, I was like, "Oh, he sucked on a pacifier."
On a passy, yeah.
When you got
gave it a nickname
for it, yeah,
you might still suck on that pacifier.
Yeah. I mean, it just sounds like, you know, they just have it's just the issue of the son becoming a young man and starting to feel like he wants to show that he's a man, and, you know, he's rebellious and he's going to stand on business and whatever else he said. And then, you know, T.I. just had to put that man strength on him and just show him like, yo, you not there yet. Don't think that you can just whoop my ass and you're not going to talk crazy to your mother, and you definitely not going to talk crazy.
Telling your mother you stand on business. If my son ever looked me in my face and told me he stand on business, he would no longer be standing.
I just don't know what that means to your mother. Like,
well, that's the new open-ended phrase, period. It has no meaning.
Yeah.
I stand on business. All right, what business do you stand on?
Yeah, what's your LLC?
And even if you're not talking about that, what business are you discussing here, sir?
Yeah, and it's your mother and your father you're talking
like, what are you going to do?
If you have any business, it's your mother and your father's business.
Why?
I hate when the internet just grabs a phrase. It happens every other year.
Yeah.
And it has no meaning to it. It's just now the response to everything.
Why in hip hop is there the need to make it? If the whole point of the whole point of life and the whole dream of the American dream is to start with nothing, create something, set a better future for your kids. Why is it when you succeed, and T.I. has obviously done a great job with this, as has Tiny, to create a foundation for their kids, why is there a need in hip hop to want to reverse all of that and make it look like you came from nothing? What is that?
Because
why do
again,
we want to
American dream
deny
is
the
for,
success of our
for
parents?
you to do it.
Yeah.
That's the American dream or the hip hop story.
You go through the struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the generation, you're lucky. Your parents did it for you. It's not to say here's a silver spoon, do nothing with it. It's no, now we gave you this great foundation. Take it and continue to build more of what we created for you already.
We glorify.
But why would you want to be like, nah, I don't want?
Because we glorify
the
poverty
struggle.
and crime.
That's what I'm. Why do we do that? Why is that cool?
I think that
none of you want to be broke. None of you want to miss payments. None of you want to have car notes. None of you want to live on welfare. Why do we glorify that shit?
I think it just comes from a space of wanting to feel like you did something on your own. I think that it's just something,
right?
You know, you just want to be able to say, I did this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I created this, or I built this, or I you know, I set this life for myself. But it is stupid. And I've, you know, to an extent, I was a victim of that. Like, I tried to stray as far away from what my brothers were doing as much as I could. Like, I never wanted to be a part of that, only because for the same reasons, I wanted to create my own kind of like lane and my own like path. But it's stupid because I should have absolutely leaned into those resources and those opportunities as much as possible. I think that's what it's for. It's like, if your family creates this, then naturally you should come up behind that and just add to what's already in place.
We high five and celebrate family owned since 18
Right.
like that gets all the praise in the world. But
Right.
when a dad, we're not even talking 2 generations. When
Right.
a dad pops off, has a successful business in this culture, gives it to their kid, then it's like, well, yeah, he ain't work for it though.
No, Rory and